Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Good evening. Long time no chit chat, tarot card reading, and drawing style. And you gonna tell everybody hello? He is. Good thing to do. Tiny. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from me and Benjo. Tarot card Puffer Benjo. I put his little chicken treat on the desk. He's just checking to make sure he don't got another one. Oh, Benjo. Anyway, welcome. Uh, uh, Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Long time no chit chat. Good Papa Video. How's it going? Um, Welcome to this week's Crow Tarot reading. I have the Dragon Tarot, and I really wanted to do the Dragon Tarot, but I don't know the deck well enough. I would classify the Dragon Tarot deck as for experienced um, tarot card readers. I say that for several reasons. The Dragon Tarot card deck really embodies the essence and spirit of a dragon, which is, I guess, like Nirvana. I don't know. This kind of like final stage, kind of like Zen master, or maybe just kind of just this really like um, a completion of cycles that we have to go through. Um, but the tarot deck it really embodies that. I guess let's just go ahead and get it since I'm talking about it, even though we are going to do the Crow Tarot. 1 second. Okay, here is the Dragon Tarot. Um, it doesn't have elements for the major arcana deck, but that's okay. The more familiar I get with the deck, maybe I'll add elements, because y'all know I really like elements with the tarot. It really kind of organizes things for me. But yeah, this Dragon Tarot, the description is like half a sentence. And the reversed meaning is very interesting. The reversed meaning for Dragon Tarot isn't necessarily the negative meaning of the card. The reversed meanings can just mean there's like a question or something like that. It's a very like I said, for experienced tarot card readers. Let's see here. There are no automatic card reversals here. A card reversal means that there may be a mitigation, an overemphasis, or time delay over a particular card or cards in question. At the very least, there's a kind of question mark over them for being looked at. Find your way through here. That's what the creators of the deck say. But anyway, I really like it. Like the Ace of Wands just means a new initiative. Like I said, the Five of Cups, I get a lot of the Five of Cups dragon tarot card, and it means disillusionment, which I think is, again, something that you just have to think about in a very kind of a dragon way. What could disillusionment mean? Like there's a lot of words in Sanskrit that could mean that. Like I think Maya can mean illusion in Sanskrit, and klesa, I think it's Klesa. can mean like could have an interpretation of disillusion. Um, so yeah, let's go ahead and just get one, since I am really excited about this Dragon Tarot. Let's go ahead and pick one card. But we're gonna stick with the Crow Tarot this week just because, like I said, I just need to get more familiarized with this dragon deck. But yeah, just gonna shuffle real quick and then pick a card. Alright, what do we get? Here's the card. Ooh, it looks like a major arcana deck card. The Star. This one's really interesting. And obviously I really, again, like the art of this Dragon Tarot. The Star is a kind of a blue theme here. And they have Dragon, the tarot is filled with all these kind of like little symbols. I think this one might be Aquarius. Okay, you go. 1 second. So yeah, there's little symbols throughout this Dragon tarot deck. Some of them I'm not familiar with. Some of them are like symbols on the side here, but some of them are like in the picture, in the artwork. So let's see. The Star. A blue water dragon rests by the side of a waterfall from which it is filling a pot. Of course, a dragon would be filling a pot and not accidentally letting the pot of water spill. Right? When it comes to the stars and the universe, and I guess dragons in general, making mistakes is not really something that happens. So that's just an example of, I just need to get more familiar with the deck. Momentarily distracted by a falling star, the pot slips in his hand and the water falls into the stream. Okay, so there is a mistake, maybe. Okay, and so that's the basic meaning, and then there's an upright and reverse meaning. The upright is realization, hope, and inspiration, and the reverse meaning is a false sense of security. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to look at this card. I think it's obviously the Star in the tarot deck is a really great card to get. But yeah, I guess when I was looking at this card, as far as I was thinking the mistakes issues is the pot slips from the dragon's hand as he's or she is observing the falling star. And I was thinking to myself, like, maybe we can, what might once seem like a mistake is not. The universe is probably something that doesn't make mistakes. If so, then maybe the argument could be that we wouldn't even be here, being such a complex species and ecosystem. But yeah, I really like this Dragon Tarot deck. I really like all the imagery. They say coins instead of pentacles, and that's fine. But yeah, this one's temperance, and there's just like a lot of little symbols and stuff that I'm not familiar with. But yeah, I just wanted to show y'all that. 1 second. Okay, so I am excited about that Dragon Tarot. I really do look forward to just getting more experienced with the experience deck. And yeah, I guess that's the best I can explain it. I'm just saying the same thing over again, trying to in hopes of explaining it better, but I'm just saying the same thing, so I guess I'll just stop and leave it at that. Anyway, I hope y'all are doing well. I appreciate y'all not getting upset about me taking a break last week. Um, but yeah, here we are, another day, another dollar. I guess I'll show y'all the stuff I've been working on. I kind of have it everywhere. Um, I have a lot of canvases that when I first started painting, um, I would just do like the background. You see all of these have like subjects, a bird, a skull, and stuff like that. This is actually one of them. I just kind of really wanted to work on, I guess, messing with color and doing the background. So I have a lot of canvases where I have the background that I really like. And I was just practicing in about, I guess, blending colors. I don't know. Um, I later added the skulls and it's kind of like a little butterfly eye. I don't know. And of course, I always paint the back. Um, so with that being said, I'm determined not to get new canvases. I'm determined to use a lot of the canvases. I have a lot. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Anyway, I have like over 20 canvases that I painted back in 2021, and they're just the backgrounds. They don't have like subjects, subject or objects on them. This being one of them. I just wanted to mess around with the color green. I don't know, I was thinking of my mom when I painted this one. Just kind of a bunch of like green stuff. I was gonna do like turquoise and black and white, kind of like this little clown one here. This clown one is interesting, but I might explain that later. Anyway, I wanted to do kind of like this black and white kind of like, I don't know, disco floor with these like columns of green. But instead I drew like this kind of like banana kind of siren painted. But anyway, this canvas is from 2021. So I kind of brought it back out. And I've been working on this. Yeah, could go this way. This way. I don't really know. Yeah, so anyway, as far as with my art, I've just been trying to utilize the canvases that I've had in my room, just sitting in my little art studio since 2021. Obviously so cute, right? I painted this myself. So yeah, I don't know, I've just been kind of, I'm a bit discouraged a little bit with my art, but that's the thing with art is, I guess I need to go to an art museum. Art can be whatever. It's about, I don't know, the whoever happens to gravitate towards it. But with that being said, yeah, nothing really much new going on here. Just you know, art studio. I've got all the regular things. My little birdhouse that y'all usually see is right here. I just kind of moved it on the other side of my desk. So yeah. It was Gypsy's birthday today. She's officially 1 year old. I'm probably gonna post it on my Instagram. But we went to Dutch Bros to get her a little pup cup. I myself got the Golden Eagle. They sell like mainly coffee. One second. Sorry about that. Anyway, so they sell mainly coffee. They sell lemonade, tea, and also their main things that they also sell is coffee and energy drinks. So if you're not like a coffee person, they have energy drinks. And I'll tell you what, this is a medium. I got an energy drink one time, and I got the large just because I had the money. I was staying over at Kimmy's, and she always leaves me more money than I need. But anyway, their energy drinks are, you get a lot of energy. I would argue that you probably get more of a caffeine jolt from their energy drinks than their coffee. Their energy drinks are like a Red Bull and a Monster mixed together in one drink. Um, but yeah, Gypsy's 1 year old today. We got a lot of photos. My mom got her a lot of stuff. Um, but yeah, I'll post it on my Instagram a little bit later. Um, what else? My back's been kind of hurting recently. Um, I think I like pulled it or twisted it or something. Um, so hopefully I won't need to take a break. Sometimes uh, it's uncomfortable to sit for long periods of time. Um, but yeah, I guess that's that. Nothing really else new other than that. Um, yeah. Okay, I guess we can go ahead and get started then. Tarot card Puppy Banjo is being a cup right now. He's taking a nap. The cups are also dreams. So, you don't see that over there? Yeah, I guess you can. Yeah, with that being said, that's pretty much it. It's just hot. So, there's that. Nothing new going on. Guess we'll go ahead and get started. Why not? I'm thinking maybe the horseshoe, so we can have the influences. What do y'all think? Oh, I forgot to tell y'all, I do have a candle going. It's a fresh lemon scented candle, and the wick is one of those, I don't know, a wood wick or something like that. All right. Well, this seems really promising. We have the Eight of Wands here, which is a burst of energy. It could be like a second wind type situation, or just a burst of energy to start with. But this crow is flying with these 8 wands very energetically, enthusiastically, um, with sunflowers and poppies there. So our theme today is a burst of energy, whether it be kind of like a second wind, whether you've already had a burst of energy and then now you get kind of motivated or inspired to have a second wind of energy. Y'all know what I mean? How common is that expression, a second wind? Anyway, yeah, so let's see our past. The reverse Knight of Swords. This is very interesting, talking about a burst of energy. This reversed Knight of Swords could indicate possible mistakes being made, rush to judgment, maybe even a bit of anxiety. You look at the book real quick. Feeling scattered. For some reason, this either this reverse Knight of Swords that we have here is unable to multitask, having a lot of stuff going on isn't the best for this Knight of Swords here. And as far as completing a task, having the energy and focus to see a task through is also a bit of a problem for this reverse Knight of Swords here. Which is interesting, considering this Eight of Wands here. Maybe this Eight of Wands, the eight could be, each wand is like a different task that needs to be completed. Which I would say did not happen in the past. But presently we have this Six of Swords here. Another sword, air element. This Six of Swords is about a crow starting a journey, and this is making a bit of sacrifice to do so. Okay. Let's see, I guess that's it. Let's see the hidden influence. The Three of Pentacles reversed. This is very interesting. A hidden influence is the Three of Pentacles reversed, which could indicate a lack of successful teamwork. I would say, as far as teamwork goes, the Three of Pentacles, I really think, is challenging work. It's not work that's just like busy work, or this Three of Pentacles, it takes a lot of energy and effort. There's no shortcuts with this Three of Pentacles. This is, if you heard about the tortoise and the hare, that fable, slow and steady wins the race. The hare loses the race against the tortoise because he keeps stopping and getting distracted and stuff like that. And the tortoise happens to win the race against the hare, the bunny, rabbit. And so I think we have a bit of that theme going on. So yeah, the Three of Pentacles is a kind of a slow and steady kind of determination, discipline, strength and focus for this Three of Pentacles here. And it being in the hidden influence, I would say, is quite interesting. I think maybe this Knight of Swords and this Three of Pentacles, the two reverse cards we have, are a bit maybe grouped together. Yeah. So the hidden influence is probably just a lack of teamwork, a lack of following through on a task, which I think is very interesting considering we have this wand and fire energy here. Usually tasks are, it's with Pentacles, but fire being travel, spirituality, and action. That can also represent tasks and projects that need to be completed. But yeah, there's a bit of cutting corners and something going on in the past that wasn't completed, wasn't up to standard, or something like that, considering this reverse Knight of Swords here. And this hidden influence of, I think, cutting corners, which is really evident. For some reason it's hidden, so I would say that would be probably a bit of an obstacle. The Six of Swords here, upright. I really like the imagery. Let's see. It's about a complete journey, a journey that's been completed. One second. Okay. So yeah, this Six of Swords here is about a journey that's been completed, and these feathers here that signify sacrifice and stuff is about maybe cutting your losses. Maybe there might have been a bit of regret, or a fork in the road, a place where you had to make a decision where it was either or. A situation being represented here with the Six of Swords. But the bird flying over this iced lake with the feathers over here is upright, is represents a completed journey, a project or task. The book says specifically journey, so I would say that it's a bit more really, if there's several tasks, a multitask, this Six of Swords here that we have presently really understood not only each individual task, the point of multitasking, but really understood everything in a holistic perspective, in a macro perspective, and not just here's the basic minimum requirements, which I'm guessing is this reverse Knight of Swords and this reverse the Three of Pentacles here. So let's see your obstacle today. Well, this is quite an obstacle. The Seven of Wands upright. Here you see this crow on a cliff, and a really big feather right here, right? This crow with this gold or orange wand has accomplished quite a lot as far as territory. Has the ideal territorial spot, right? Is on top of the cliff and can see what everybody else is doing. And I really like how it's like a 7 and 8 right here. That's nice. They're both fire elements. So I would say the obstacle is very interesting. I would say the obstacle is one that is helpful for us, being this Six of Swords here. This Seven of Wands is the obstacle, I would say, as far as anything hidden. This Seven of Wands can see and I like to refer to it as Cliffs of Insanity. I always think of the Princess Bride whenever I see this Seven of Wands Crow Tarot card. So the Cliffs of Insanity, it's even though it's a fire element, there's a lot of air and cups involved with the Cliffs of Insanity. So this Seven of Wands here really does have a really good spot, considering probably working with fire, not just with fire, but fire alongside air and water. So the obstacle is really great for us, and probably not so great for this cutting corners, lack of teamwork, cohesion going on. So yeah, let's see what our outside influence is. The reversed Five of Swords. This Five of Swords has the same meanings in the Crow Tarot, the Cat and Dog Tarot. This Five of Swords is about battle, um, which I think is very interesting. I think with this Crow Tarot, um, the Five of Swords, whether it's crow, cat, or dog, there's usually an animal in the forefront and then some animals in the background. Is usually how I've seen the Five of Swords depicted. Um, Reverse, though, is examining if some fights are worth the battle. Um, I like the dynamic of this crow Five of Swords. It's you have two crows in kind of a relaxed Four of Swords, kind of peaceful state, and then you have these crows flying here. Um, which, as far as debate and communication, obviously, I think that probably symbolizes something good and positive. But the outside influence, I think, is maybe saying that because presently we've completed a journey and put in the work, we have this obstacle here that's very helpful for us, and we have this spurt of energy or second wind here. I think this outside influence is probably going to help us direct that energy. Maybe we at one point in time we might have felt outnumbered, um, but we have this really nice outside influence of the reversed Five of Swords, saying that it's a battle or war. This Five of Swords, upright or reversed, but reversed kind of says is more of an examination of which fights to fight. Um, so I'm thinking it's probably a good thing. Again, we have a positive for us. We have a positive obstacle and a positive outside influence. Um, and I think now for us, this Five of Swords reversed is really positive. There's no, you could say I could fight with you on this all day. But this week's tarot card reading, this Five of Swords, is saying you can do other stuff with your day instead of fighting with somebody on this all day. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and see the advice and solution. Oh no, the reverse devil card. This is a pentacle element. Here we get this card again. This is violence, bondage, addiction, and stuff like that. And today I think kind of looks like our obstacle a bit. So as far as our hidden influence, I would say our hidden influence, unfortunately, the Three of Pentacles might be here today. But yeah, just kind of like the cliffs of insanity, this big cliff, it kind of, maybe this double crow can represent the cliff. And so from seeing things from a peak advantage, I would say the devil card is definitely one where it's shortcuts. not earning something, but getting it anyway. Um, this kind of, yeah, I think shortcuts is not surprising. We get this reverse devil card here. Um, um, And as far as our outside influence, I think it's really interesting. We've kind of minimized this kind of waste of time, energy, and effort. And the card we get after that is the reverse devil card. I would say this would be our problem here. The obstacle happens to be very helpful for us, and not very helpful for the people who've been trying to cut corners and inability to multitask and see tasks and projects through. So for us, our obstacle, I think, is probably this reverse devil card. But considering this Five of Swords, it's a war and battle and stuff like that. With the Dog Tarot, in case you're wondering what the Dog Tarot, the Five of Swords is about battle and war. And the Cat Tarot, the Five of Swords is about that, but more about like with relationships. So I think that's probably a bit stereotypical. You would probably think cats are like that, and you have a dog probably be more like that. Anyway. Yeah, so we have this reverse to devil card. It can be intimidating, but considering our present and considering we have this Eight of Wands kind of burst of energy here, I think is really interesting. This fire element against this Pentacle earth element here. Possession, maybe possessions. Yeah, I'm just trying to have a feel for the deck, this reading right now. I really don't like the imagery of this devil card right now. I'm wondering what it is right now that I'm not appreciating about it. I don't like the chain on this songbird. I would say I think it's very interesting. Reversed here, we have the air element towards the feet, right? And the river of blood and the rock, and where the little songbird is chained is where the head would be if it was upright, you know what I'm saying? So I would say there's probably an imbalance here. Which could probably be taken used to our advantage. This reverse devil card seems to be vulnerable, which is very interesting, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'm going to see y'all in part 2. We got one more card left.